I cannot believe David called Michelle out her name like that. Wait, what? Hold on, y'all. He didn't call her out her. No, he called her out her name. That's why she was all what did he say? Oh, he said her apartment was basic. It was. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We're here today to talk Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 7, Basement Blues. Basement Blues. For damn sure it was a basement. We'll get there, but that was a basement. That was a basement, all right? But before we get started, if you are brand new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video. As always, let's get to 1,000 likes. So if you don't do anything else, thumbs up the video. Once again, a thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel. We now have 30,000 plus members of the family, but we're not going to stop there. Let's see what we can get by the end of the year. Okay, so if you have not already subscribed, but you have been watching each and every week, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, leave your comments down below. There is a lot to talk about on tonight's episode. Okay, we got people still using swag in 2024, Camille. Okay, we got people living in basements. Okay, we got Madison. It's a lot to talk about. It's a lot. Allan swear he grew up in the hood, so let's get right into it. So we start off with Emin and Ikechi. So they are both happy that they don't have a preference on which side of the bed they sleep on. I don't like them. I don't like them. You know why? Because they have the same conversation over and over and over. They don't talk about anything of substance. They don't try to talk about anything of substance. They're having very surface level conversations that are honestly and truly just annoying, right? So he asks her if she thinks that she asks Emin if she thinks she will discover something at his house. I was with her. Would you got a body in there or something? Don't ask me. Don't ask me if I'm nervous I'm going to find something at your house. Because that's creepy. That's weird. What's there? What's at your house? I was. He then said that he doesn't want her to think that he's down bad because of his apartment. What I don't like, okay, I don't like when people do stuff like that because honestly and truly, what you're doing is you're trying to beat that person to the punch, right? What that tells me is Ikechi feels that his apartment is not swaggy. He feels his apartment isn't swaggy or fancy or whatever the case. It's yours. It's yours. If it's your style, and how you get down, what is there to be embarrassed about? I don't like that type of shit. Like, to me, that's lame. I don't like the whole, I'm going to talk about myself before you talk about me. No, F that. Nothing about Emin gives the impression that she is going to get at you about how your space lives anyways. Now you just set the precedent that she's going to go into it thinking something is wrong. I got my eye on you, Ikechi. All four of them, okay? All four of them on you. Something is not right about you. You ain't talked about this book. You ain't told us about a Black Friday special or nothing, so let me do it for you. Letters to My Wife. $9.99 for the paperback, $12.99 for the hard copy, $5.99 for the Kindle. Get it on Amazon. Get it on Amazon, y'all. We did. These lights are killing me. It's this light making me cough, y'all. Okay. So we then get to Madison and Allan. So Madison kept her ass out all night. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Inexcusable. Unacceptable. We would not have this in this relationship. Allan, put that size 12 down on her ass. You bring your ass in the house every night. You know why? Because we're married. The audacity of Madison on the first night to carry her ass on out to go get drunk. disappointed in you and disgusted, Madison. So she texted him around 1 a.m. that she was going to go to her apartment. With who? Who were you out with, Madison? You were not out with the girlfriend that you said you were. Play with somebody else. I wasn't born yesterday. Okay? So she comes in the next morning as if this is normal. Talking about well, we went to dinner. Then we had some drinks. Yeah, we know you was drunk. Too drunk to bring the skates ass home. That's what you were. So she said that a friend was having a rough time and wanted to be there for her. You should have been at your house with your first husband. At the house with your husband on the first night. Y'all know what I meant. So Allan is making it seem like it's okay. It's not. This is what they've been talking about, Allan, about how you are a people pleaser. This is people pleasing right now because your feelings are hurt. You know your feelings are hurt about this, but you are going to sit here and act as if everything is hunky-dory, and it's not. Check that heifer in. You bring that ass in the house every night. I can't believe Madison. I am befuddled, okay? She had my flabbergasted. I can't believe the first night? Oh my God. So she then said that there are a lot of nights that she likes to spend with her friends. Well, we don't do that no more, Madison. Every season, we get somebody on the show that comes into this and it's like, oh, I like to hang out with my friends. I want to be with my friends. But tell your friends to go find them somebody and then they can drink with that person. Madison, you're going to have your ass in this house every night. That's what you're going to do, sis. Don't play in Allan's face like this because he don't deserve it. He then tells her that he is excited to show her his hoopty. She don't know what the fuck a hoopty is. Why y'all didn't give Allan a black woman? He don't talk about being the thuggish ruggish bone. He got a hoopty. He calls his dog his homeboy later. Hell, Allan should be with Camille. Camille says she's in an interracial relationship already. Allan should be with... Is Camille gonna get with Allan? Oh, good God. So she don't know what it means. She said that she has to write down these Allanisms. And it's like, girl, get out a little bit. You don't look a day under 45, so I know you know what a hoopty is. You just want to make Allan look weird. You're the weird one. So we get to Carla and Juan. So she supposedly just so happened to move out right before the wedding. She ain't got no house. Imagine my chagrin when they pull up to a storage unit. I said, Carla, you homeless? And here we are focused on David for living in the basement. At least he got a roof over his head and 4 walls. Carla, where were you staying the couple days between your lease running out and this wedding? Carla, what would you have done if you got stood up at the water? If you got stood up at the altar? Carla, no ma'am. That's why you want somebody to take care of you, because you ain't got pot to piss in. You out here buying all these damn fresh, cold pressed juices. You buying all these fresh, cold pressed juices, and you don't have no fucking house to... What? Oh my God. But okay. So she's loading up her car with shit from the storage. Do you have a car, Carla? I got a lot of questions for you, sis. You've been saying that money is energy. Money is energy. That's all, it's energy. No, money is rent. Money is gas. Money is food. I don't think you have any of those things. Crazy. Craziness, I say. So she's worried about him being able to relax and unwind. You need to be worried about having a place to live in. Talk about he can't have fun all the time. What have you been having fun, ain't you? You weren't worried about... I cannot believe this heifer don't have no house. Oh my God. Whew, this season is whoa. So we get David and Michelle. David said it feels like waiting outside of the principal's office. Y'all know this is the episode where the experts show up and like meet up with everybody for the first time. So Michelle is like, "Are you in trouble a lot? Were you in trouble a lot as a kid? Were you? Were you in trouble a lot as a kid, Michelle?" David was like, "No. Shoot, never been suspended. I don't even have a speeding ticket. I'm basically a goody two shoes." She looks disappointed. If David had said, "I done been to jail a time or two before," she would be she would be better suited for that, because that would give her an excuse to treat him the way that she does. But the fact that David, honestly and truly, as of now, he's not bothering anybody. He's not doing anything wrong. He's not. He's been more kind to you than I could ever be. Dr. Pia and Pastor Cal come in. "Hey, y'all. Welcome back to this season." Okay. So David said he got everything he wanted. "I wanted a blonde hair, blue-eyed bitch, and I got one. That's what you got. She don't like you. So I don't know how happy you are. And that she's not even a natural blonde on top of that. But okay, that's what you wanted." Michelle said that she was bombarded with things that she did not want. She said so Dr. Pia, y'all know Dr. Pia don't play, right? Dr. Pia was like, "And what was that?" She would say, "Well, he lives in the basement. I got someone that smokes. I told you I wanted to date someone that is successful. I don't want to have to date somebody that I have to change." So Dr. Pia said, "Okay, do you remember what you asked for?" And I said, "Ooh, they about to pull up some receipts. Get into it." So Dr. Pia said, "Roll that beautiful bean footage." We get the footage, and I'll be good and goddamn if Dr. Pia asks Michelle, "How would you be okay to date somebody that lives at home?" And Michelle at first was like, "Ooh, not ideally." But then Dr. Pia said, "What if this person is living at home temporarily because they want to save money, right? And then move into a house with their futures, with their partner. What if that's what they are saving for to buy a house?" Michelle said, out them two pieces of skin that she calls lips, okay? She said she would be okay with that. David has all but verbatim told you that that is what he is planning to do. David himself said that he is living at home so that he can move out because he got the money. I love when people get caught in 4K like this. I do. I do. So they're telling her this, and Dr. Pia says, "So what's changed?" Because again, Dr. Pia does not have the time. The same way that Dr. Viviana never had the time to play with these people, Dr. Pia said, "Look, y'all not going to fly me out to all these different cities to play in my face. We going to get to the bottom of this. Michelle, you said you would be okay with this. That's why we gave you Brokey. Okay? That's why we gave you Brokey. Now, don't go back on your word." So, Michelle said that if David came up to her on the street, she would never talk to him again. The way everybody was like, "Oh my God." Because that was rude. Look, here's the thing. I keep seeing people saying David needs to lose weight. David needs to cut his hair. Look, aesthetically, I don't think David is a bad looking man, right? Could he lose some weight? That's up to him. That is up to him. He's not bad built. He doesn't look sloppy. Now, y'all know I don't care for the way that Control chooses to do his hair. The bayang bothers me, but if David keeps that hair in a low ponytail or something of the sort, to me, he's a handsome man. But aesthetics aside, that is not why you signed up for the show. It's not. It's not why you signed up for the show. So Michelle then said that no, David is like, "Well, we got different levels of success, okay? We have different standards." David said that to him, financially, it makes sense for him to live at home. He's never at home. Let him tell it. It's a basement apartment. He has his own space. And again, like he has reiterated for the fourth, fifth, and sixth time, I don't have to be there. I want to because it's cheaper. But David said, look, I pay rent, I buy my own groceries, I hit my parents off on the, with a little money on the side. I cook. I have my own I have my own basement. I have my own shower. I have my own living space. I don't have to see my parents unless I choose to come upstairs from the basement. So Michelle is saying that she hears his reasoning, she understands it, but it's just not attractive to her. Look, here's the thing. We are not going to make Michelle feel attracted to David. That's the thing. If that is unattractive to her, it's unattractive to her. But if it is that damn unattractive to you, Michelle, go on and get the fuck on. Because again, you don't want this man, you don't like him, so why are you on the show? You don't want to be married to him. I don't believe in let's leave Michelle on the show so that she can sort her way out of this and maybe she can learn a life lesson. Fuck her and her life lesson. No. No. Don't waste David's time. You don't want him. You don't. So let's call it now and we can get away from these 2-hour episodes, maybe to an hour and a half a week. Let's be real. So Michelle said that she wanted a counterpart and her equal. So she's disappointed. She had high hopes. Dr. P said, girl, you giving up already? And the answer is yes. So Michelle said no, she wants to try this. She wants to be here. That's why she is physically here. But she said that she is mentally checked out. So David said, well, it's hard for him to understand what she is receptive to and what she is not receptive to. So David is at a standstill and he don't know what to do. So he's like, the way that he was raised, typically he opens doors, he picks up bags, like he does that type of stuff. And we can tell David is a gentleman, but Michelle don't want that. Michelle said, I was smothered. Imagine being smothered by a man opening the door for you. Come on, Michelle. So Dr. P has said that she is just afraid of being cared for. So Pastor Cal said that, what is your level of success? Michelle lists all these very superficial things. And Pastor Cal is like, look, you cannot impose your level of what, or your standard of what you feel is successful onto somebody else, because we all have different levels of success. Just like on YouTube, based on what your YouTube channel, your numbers are, your number of subscribers are, different people see success in different levels, right? I felt successful as a YouTuber when I hit 1,000. I felt successful as a YouTuber when I hit 5,000, when I hit 10,000. Because when you look at the numbers statistically, a lot of YouTube channels do not ever make it to that 1,000 mark. Even less make it to the 10,000 subscriber mark. So I feel successful as hell. But to a person that is not in the community, that doesn't understand that, they don't get it. I have 30,000 subscribers now. I feel successful as fuck. Because there are a lot of people that do not get to that level. But I can tell somebody in my everyday life and they are unimpressed. Why? Because there are people like Mr. Beast that has 100 million or something. There are people that they watch that have hundreds of thousands of subs. Success varies based on your standards. So they asked David, what is your standard of success? David says, for me, my standard, having a roof over my head, having mental health, not having a musty brain, okay? My family being taken care of. Like for David, that is his level of being successful. For a lot of people, that is their level of being successful. Being able to pay the rent on time, being able to buy food, being able to afford their rent, being able to afford their car payment. You know what I mean? The luxury, having internet at home, having a laptop, being able to go and get the phone that you want. Those are all levels of success for people, but not to Michelle. Michelle says that she now feels like a money hungry super, bitch, and you are. Let's be very clear about that. But Michelle's levels of success does not match what David's levels of success are. And that's just what it is. So Dr. Pia tells her she's too hard on herself. Tells her that, why don't you reboot? Start over. Michelle said that's easy to say, but she doesn't know if she can do it. You can do it, you just don't want to. You just don't want to. David admires her honesty and said that he admires the fact that she's trying. She's trying with him. She's being honest. He wanted a woman that was honest. She's honest with him, so he's okay with that. Michelle finally admits that she is scared of the unknown and she is scared of not being in control. Emin and Ikechi. So they're at his apartment once again. Before they walk in, he's like, don't judge me. Open the door, nigga. Open the door. Oh my God. We go in. His apartment is just fine. It's just fine. Emmett says it is exactly what she imagined it to be. He has some musical instruments. He plays the bass. He plays the keyboard. His instruments are there. I didn't see no writing utensils. Where that book at? Where's that book of poems? I didn't see no book out. I didn't even see a book case. Where's the book shelf? Nonetheless, we got instruments out though. To me, the apartment is fine. He has good views, like he has really good views. It's fine. It's fine. So Emin is in her confessional and she's like, men have been intimidated by her apartment. I said, girl, let's go see it. Let's go see it. Because now you acting like Michelle. We'll get to her apartment later. Camille and Tom go to his place. I said, a white refrigerator? The way Nene has us judging people with white refrigerators. I got stainless steel over here. But the way Nene has us judging people with white refrigerators is crazy. Thomas's apartment was very clean, very simple, very basic, very minimal. It's fine. Camille was being a bird, happy he had Jordans. I said, oh girl, who doesn't have Jordans? Hell, a pair of Jordans come out every week. I should know. I buy most of them. I buy most of them. But like, here's the thing. The way that the way that Camille talks about Thomas having swag is of that of like a teenager, right? Let's be real. Everybody that you date, you want them to have a level of smoothness and swag to them. I think adults, we call it style, okay? But if Camille wants to call it swag, sure. But I would never go on a date with a guy and be like, okay, wear your swaggiest outfit. Because, bitch, what? What? How old are you? Come on. I understand Camille is 32, but it's off-putting. It's off-putting. And Thomas said, wire hangers. I said, oh. For you to be type A, you didn't have a matching set of dishware? For you to be so type A and you eat your food one at a time, I didn't see no real plates. It's giving paper plates from Love is Blind. I would hate to treat you like paper plates. But we're going to see what happens. Juan and Carla, we're at Juan's place. Juan has Buddhas everywhere. He said because they are always laughing. Carla was so over it. She already said that Juan laughed and play around too much. So she was over it. So he has a hammock in the living room. I said, oh, Juan. Then he has a drywall cart as his TV stand because he said it looked industrial. Carla was like, yeah. I expected more from Juan. I will say that. On top of that, Juan, was that his roommate? Or is that the person that's subleasing? Because it's given roommate, but nonetheless, he was there, his cousin. Carla said, hey, so we're going to be living here, obviously. Of course y'all are, Carla. You don't have nowhere for y'all to move into. So they're going to be moving back to Juan's place. He said he would be there for the next couple of years. What kind of lease did you sign? Juan out here signing a 48-month lease? How did you sign? Whatever. So she wants to bring in some of her things so that she feels more like it's their place and not like she's moving into his space. Juan was like, well, I like my stuff. My pictures on the wall are good. I'm the only person with a hammock. So, I mean, whatever you got, we probably don't need and can be thrown out. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Juan didn't even try to hide it. That was rude, Juan. I see why she said that you're not mindful, because that was rude. She may have better stuff than you have, but I guess. We get to Alan's apartment with Madison. She swears that he is just this like eccentric person that just does the most and is bouncing off the wall and sleeps upside down like a bat. Like, Alan is not that as weird as she's making him out to be. He has a rubber chicken in his car. He was like, it's his niece's, he's fixing it. What, girl, why did you care what's in his trunk? So he has a rubber chicken in his trunk, the trunk of his car. What's it to you? We ain't even seen you have a car. Okay? Did we see Madison's place? Cause I don't remember seeing hers. Okay? So she thought the place would be super loud and bright or whatever. It's a nice basic apartment. Apparently he redid the kitchen so that it's more open and airy. And she talks about how one of his hats is just too bright. Do you not wear color? It's just weird how she keeps talking about how he has colors. His colors are too bright. Like, I don't understand that. I don't get it. We go to Emmett's place now with Ikechi. Her place is nice AF, okay? She has a 2-story apartment. She has a really, really nice view. Um, Nice refrigerator. Like, her place, it looks nice. Now, is her place something that people should be intimidated by? No. Unless they're talking about like the size, location, or whatever. And don't get me wrong. I like her apartment, but what are we intimidated by? I don't know. But she has a nice karaoke setup. But as they're going through, he kept telling her, man, I'm poor. This makes me feel poor. Man, I ain't got enough money for this. And it's like, Ikechi, shut up. It's like, do you want her to like give you a compliment back? I didn't understand why he kept doing that. He don't like you, Emin. He don't like you, sweetheart. He doesn't. So Michelle and David. Apparently she didn't sleep in the apartment that night. After their meeting with the expert, she was drained, went home to think about some things, but she came back with a new attitude. So kudos to her because Michelle tried this episode. So she said, I did some soul searching last night and I text you to let you know I wasn't coming back. Did you like it? David was like, yeah, it was cool for me. I didn't expect it. Awesome. While Michelle was at home, she thought of things that they could do together. Now, we know that they work different shifts, but the time that they do have together, she has a list of things. Let's hear them, shall we? So she said we can go to a concert at the Rosemont. They can take a cooking class. They can take a tarot class. I said she's trying to get up in your business with that tarot, but tarot class, and they can go take a walk on the lake path. David is open to everything. He just wants to spend time with this weird lady. And you know what? Go for it, David. If you like it, I love it. But she don't like or love you. Just a FYI. Camille and Tom. So they're meeting with Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper. I guess Dr. P is y'all got one couple out of me this episode. So they agree that they share a lot of core values and morals, so that's good. But Camille then brings up the fact that they were raised differently. Camille points out that she went to a very diverse high school, while Thomas went to a predominantly white school with a couple raisins, in the school. Raisins as in cans, okay? So because of that, she feels that they are different culturally. I said, yikes. Yikes. Okay. Pastor Cal is asking, like, do y'all touch? Like, they were like, oh no, we kiss, we cuddle, we hold hands. So the seed is there. We have a good base. The seed is growing. Camille mentions that the swag factor is not there for her. And I really want her to stop saying swag. No one on the corner has swagger like us. That's all I hear. when Camille talks about this. This is stupid. So she wants him to stop joking so much. Why y'all don't want y'all men to be funny? So she has a water pick, as we all do, right? And he tells her that's probably better than me flossing and like blood is gushing everywhere. She was upset about that. I'd have been like, yeah, it is better. Let's get you to the dentist expeditiously, because that's gingivitis. Okay? If your gums are bleeding while you floss, that's gingivitis, babe, and we need to be headed down to the dentist. But she, I guess, was upset about that. Y'all just be nitpicking. So Thomas points out that him like joking is really him kind of overcompensating. Um, it's like a defense mechanism, but he can reel it back in and relax and be himself a little bit more. He don't know how to act, Camille, because you basically told him you don't like how he acts when he is his normal self. So Pastor Cal asks, well, how would you prefer him to dress? She said, I can pick out some more swaggy pieces. Now, Camille, you have not put off a look yet, sis. The Temu, the Sheins, the Fashion Novas that you're used to are very in line with what we've seen Thomas wearing. You have yet to pull off a look, sis. You were there in a tan little pleated shirt now. Y'all match each other's swag if we're gonna be 100 about it. Stop. Camille, do you date D-boys? Is that what it is? Were you dating the neighborhood drug dealer? Do you date rappers? What is going on? What is the swag? My thing is, if you cannot identify what it is that you are missing and you're encompassing it under the umbrella of swag, then you don't know what you want either. Because it's not like you're saying, okay, he dresses kind of corporate. It's a lot of khakis and button ups. You're not even saying that. You just want, like, you were geeked that he had Jordans in his closet. Lord have mercy. My God, today and tomorrow. Because what is going on, Camille? You want him to have a grill and a gold chain? Do you want Allan? Allan said he's down with the thuggish, ruggish bone in his hoopty, chilling with his homeboys with his gold chain and his fur coat. Is that what you want? Say that Thomas looks sleepy all the time. Say that Thomas frowns all the time. That's what we can talk about. Talk about how he closes his eyes a lot. Stop talking about swag, because you don't have swag your damn self. Thomas said, I want you to tell me when things bother you in the moment. Don't wait till we hear to say that you didn't like my joke about flossing. Tell me in the moment. Thomas keeps saying that, but Thomas also, his family has said that he don't like harsh criticism. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be cussing each other out, and you're gonna see that nigga is a nigga after a while. Okay. Madison and Allan. So they meet up with Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal. Excuse me. Madison said that their communication and their honesty has been the best part. She said that the past couple of days have seemed more natural for them, and she is getting more comfortable with Allan. Awesome. Madison then said that the romantic and physical chemistry has been hard for her because you don't be at home. Stay your ass at home, and maybe it wouldn't be as hard for you because you would be around him more. But Allan loves the person she is and said that he is always going to be a little weird. She doesn't like the fact that he's weird. Madison is saying it's the same thing as Camille, but Madison is just not saying the word swag with it. That's all. That's all. We get to David and Michelle. So we get to Michelle's mansion in the sky, okay? That was a basic ass 1-bedroom apartment that wasn't even decorated that damn fly. Let's be very for real. That apartment was mid, Michelle. I expected you to be living like Emmy. I expected you to have an apartment or a penthouse down on Michigan Avenue. But no, ma'am. Oh, no, ma'am. Your apartment was basic, sis. It was basic. I have a basic ass apartment. Your apartment was basic. It was simple. So David was like, oh yeah, this looks kind of like my place. Now, when David said that, I was like, David, shit. Now we know it don't, because you live in the basement. But when David was like, yeah, it's nice, it's simple. The way that Michelle's face got all chopped and screwed into a scowl. And so she's in the confessional talking about somewhere. I think this is more than simple. I worked hard for this. You worked hard to have a simple apartment. David also said conversate. That is very upsetting to me and my homegirls. So we're going to move past that. Emin and Ikechi. So now they're meeting with Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper. Ikechi said that his initial response to seeing Emin was, damn, she bad. He tried to explain that. Dr. Pepper said, I know what bad means. It means good. I said, I know that's right, Dr. Pepper. Don't let him try to mansplain nothing to you. You know what bad means. You done been around the block a time or two before. Pastor Cal tells them that they need to start having conversations like married people do. They need to start having conversations about anything, Pastor Cal. They have the same two conversations. One being about his book, Letters to My Wife, $9.99 for the paperback, $12.99 for the hard copy, $5.99 on the Kindle. There might be a Cyber Monday sale still going on. Y'all go look it up on Amazon, okay? So they haven't talked finances, marital goals. They just haven't had a lot of like deep rooted conversations that they should have. Emin said that she wants to know what he wants out of a wife. Ikechi then said that Emin is very mechanical, which she is. She is. I 1,000% agree with that. He wants her to kind of, stop and smell the flowers, enjoy the sunset. He said that when he goes to bed at 9 o'clock, I said 9 o'clock. When he goes to bed at 9 o'clock, everything is kind of put away, but he wants her to relax. So they're sitting not far apart on the couch, but they ain't up on each other. And Pastor Cal was like, so do you guys touch? Are you sleeping in the same bedroom? And they guffaw. They are taken aback. They are taken aback. And they basically was like, hell yeah. Fuck you thought. And it's like, no. Because y'all aren't even sitting knee to knee right now. Of course the experts are gonna question this. Hell, his body language gives that he don't like you, sis. He was sitting very, very like this. He don't like you. And I hate that for you. I do. We find out that Ikechi goes to sleep at 9 p.m. He said because he is adult enough to go to sleep at 9 to wake up at 5 for the gym. Pastor Cal said, look, there got to be some compromise. Dr. Pepper said, how y'all going to fuck if you sleep at 9? Can you go to sleep at 10? So you can get a little late night nookie? Because y'all know that's all Dr. Pepper be wanting to know. When Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal come in together, they want to know, y'all fucking yet? That's what they ask somebody every single season. Y'all fucking yet? Y'all not fucking yet? Why y'all not fucking? That's all they ever want to know, right? So Dr. Pepper said, nurture the erotic. And the way that Ikechi was looking straight ahead because he don't want to nurture the erotic, he don't want to. He don't want to. You know why? Because he don't like her. This is not the wife that he wrote the letters to. This is not the wife he wrote the letters to, okay? Camille is out with her sister getting matchas. And she said that this has been an emotional roller coaster, but he's a super sweet guy that she does feel safe and secure with. Camille says she feels like she is in an interracial relationship. Camille. That's crazy. Ooh, Lord. Now you done called this man white. Let's move on. The moment we've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, we are at David's basement. That shit look like a basement. It looks like a basement. It does. Now, I wanted to give David the benefit of the doubt because, like I've said, I have been to, here in Milwaukee, I have been to some people's places that have basement apartments. A guy that I used to talk to just popped in my head. I figured out about his ass. had a basement apartment where he truly had a separate side door. We were in college. We were like knee deep in college, like 1920. But he had a basement apartment, and his, when you went down the stairs, legit looked like an apartment. There was a kitchen, there was a bathroom, he had a living room, he had an office, and he had a bedroom. David looked like he is living out of the laundry room. Here's the thing though. I still don't mind, and this is why. This is why. David does have his own space down there, right? He does. He does have the kitchenette area. He does have the table. He does have his mattress on the floor, okay? But David never oversold it either. David said, no, David did. David, I tried. That shit look bad. But the solace is, and Michelle even notes, you've only been here for 8 months. So here's the thing, Michelle, you know he's only been there for 8 months. So that tells you that he has not been living with his parents since inception. So the fact that you know he hasn't been living with his parents since inception, and you know that he is fully capable of not living at home, I don't know why you're making a bigger deal about this than need be. That's just me. She was so disgusted that he said he brings women back there. I mean, you bring men back to your little shack of an apartment. What's the difference? Like Michelle's bed might as well have been on the floor. Hell, she had her TV on her dresser cocked to the side because you don't have enough room to, like. David said that this is a very simple apartment like yours. So David then asks her, you don't consider this a studio or an apartment? No. No, David. No. You do in fact live in your parents' basement. You do. You do. That's the simple fact. But David has made it very clear that he is willing to move. David isn't saying that I want to be here and after we get married, like, let's move in here. He's not saying that. David is saying that he is ready to move up and out. And I think that the sooner that Michelle either gets past it and accepts it or leaves the marriage, it'll be for the better. That's it. So, but like David, whoa. Like, why you didn't clean up before she come? He got a kegerator. I don't even know what that is, but it's bad, apparently. Like, you ain't even want to fix it up a little bit. Talking about some, me and my parents don't wash at the same time. Never that. Y'all might as well. Y'all might as well. I thought he was going to say they had a separate washer and dryer, but the way that David was saying, no, I locked the door and stuff. No, they bring your mama, bring her ass on down and wash whenever she need to. She don't do it when you're there out of respect and because you work second shift. So when you go to work at 2, she said, well, should I go down and put a load in the Oh my God. All right, so Madison and Allan. So he brings his dog Luffy back. Luffy full of energy. Luffy is humping the pillows. Luffy got his little rocket out. Luffy is loofing, okay? But he cooks dinner and they have a conversation about religion. So Madison did not grow up religious. She said that her parents gave her the option to explore and to figure it out for themselves, to go whatever path they want to go, make up their own minds. Allan, I believe, said that he went to Catholic school. He said his mother is very religious. So religion is important to his mother. While he does believe in God, he believes in God in his own way. So he doesn't believe in established religions. So Madison said that she respects everybody's religion, even if she doesn't agree with it, which is awesome because a lot of people don't. But she does not want to raise her kids to be religious. She wants her kids to have the option that she did to figure it out for themselves, to find their own way and make a decision that best suits them. So Allan is like, so we got the kid baptized. She said, okay, that's cool. I'm baptized. Get the baby baptized, that's fine. but she doesn't want to send her kids to like religious schools or anything like that. So they have a great conversation, and then Luffy tore his bed up because y'all know dogs don't appreciate nothing. We finally get to Carla and Juan. So they have Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cow coming over. And Carla said that they are working their way through Juan's mindfulness. She said that Juan does not take her feelings into account. Juan gives the example on how when they were out in Mexico, that he told her, I forgot all about you. And Dr. Pepper said, well, Juan, Carla should be your primary focus and she should feel like she is your primary focus. So Juan then calls out Carla being passive aggressive and cold. Carla looked a little mad that he brought it up, but she gives a very textbook, this is what I should say type of answer, and said that she's never had a very safe space to express herself, and so this is different for her. Pastor Cal tells both of them, relax, take the pressure off, fall back a little bit. It's okay. This is new. He points out that, we get reports on everything, and you guys have pulled back from all the touching that you guys were doing initially. And we know that Juan has made it clear to us, I think to Carla, that he doesn't want to go like jump into sex because when he has led with sex in past relationships, it hasn't worked out well for him. So he pulled back because he doesn't feel comfortable. Carla said, well, I stopped because you stopped. So Dr. Pepper recommends acts of affection to reassure one another. So they hold hands and they're like, oh, this feels awesome. Juan asked Carla for more tolerance and less assumption, said that he needs her feedback to know what's good and what's not, what's working and what is not. Carla wants him to be more mindful so that she feels more stability and more security from him. And that was the episode. This was good. This was a good episode. We're moving and grooving. We're getting somewhere. I'm not mad at Michelle with this episode. Okay, look at me. David, that's a basement. That's a basement. Now, here's the thing, Michelle, you are either going to be okay with this and move forward, or cut the losses now. If you are not able to look past this, if you're not able to look past him living in the laundry room, okay, and having a kegerator, whatever that is, if you're not okay with that, cut your losses. Don't drag and string David along if you truly don't want to do it, okay? But if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. The ultimatum starts tomorrow, so make sure you guys come bike for the ultimatum, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Leave all your comments down below. Peace.